My name's Dan Hellman. I'm the Chief Sales Officer for Hubtek.
And I'm Jim Sanborn, Director of Network Marketplace for E2open. You probably know us as Blue Jay.
So, Hubtek is driving efficiency in the logistics space for shippers, carriers, and brokers. We're doing this through our automation platform, TABi Connect. This is where we're automating the sub-processes of load, such as rate quoting, load building from PDF tenders or messy EDI, appointment scheduling, status and check call updates, and a variety of other back office tasks. But today we're going to be diving into how we're actually increasing revenue for our customers through real-time rating, also known as dynamic pricing.
So if you're not familiar with that concept, that's where a shipper can actually reach into your system and get an instant rate quote without having to go to a spot board, without having to wait a day for that bid process to go through. We've got over 100 shippers that are in our TMS using this feature today.
So real quick, Jim is going to act as our shipper, pulling a rate right now out of E2 and pulling it straight out of our customer system.
So if I'm a load planner and I've got a list of loads here, I'm just going to click on one, take a look at the details, and it's literally one click to the carrier shop, and that rate will come back.
So what's happening is the shipper TMS, such as E2open, is initiating an API call. TABi Connect receives it and then starts an API call to the rate engines that you're already using. We're integrated with all the major rate engines. You can even connect to your own TMS to capture historical data. She then pulls back that expected truck rate, whether from one rate engine or multiple, and runs it through our dynamic parameter set. So these parameter sets you can create on equipment type level, on the individual customer level, or even the individual customer contact level. This is the logic tree the automation is going to follow to determine what to quote. So how much margin do you want to add onto your quotes, by mileage, either with a dollar amount or percent. But we're not just capturing how much money you want to make, it's also the increased truck costs that may not be reflective in the rate engine that you use, but you know it just from your years of experience. So let's say holidays, holiday surcharge. We have the major holidays uploaded, but you can schedule other dates, such as DOT Blitz Week or Yuba City Fest. Those things that can sometimes sneak up on you, you don't have to remember it anymore.
But I think one of the biggest fears from shippers and brokers is that you're going to overcommit, overquote, try to do too much. But that can't happen with TABi.
No. So with the other parameters we have, we're capturing what it could be like delivery time. We all know it's more expensive to later deliver in the day, so you can add those time bands or lead time. But especially as Jim's touching upon, there's some freight you don't want to quote, you don't want to touch. So we give our users the ability to manage their own exceptions. So is there a certain city, maybe there's an entire state, say North Dakota, you don't want to quote, or a 3-digit zip. That comes across a location, it's an exception, the automation won't quote it. Or perhaps there are locations you want to quote, but you want to add more money. So let's say, coming out of Chattanooga, it's always $100 more expensive than what your rate engine says. Add that here, it's going to be accounted for, and every time a rate comes across, it's going to add another $100 to it. But the thing is, being industry people, we understand that sometimes 3-digit zips is too broad. Cities are too broad. You need to dial it in even more. So that's why we've given the ability to dial that into the exact pickup or delivery location. So with your customer base, there's a receiver that is a challenge to work with. Say a long time unloading, you're not going to get paid detention. You can add each one of those receivers and account for that. So already put in XYZ shipper. So now every time a rate request comes across that's delivering to this shipper, let's say you want to add an extra $400 or whatever that number is that you know from your experience. In total, we have 33 different parameters. So what this allows you to do is to have a refined automated quoting process that's going to 100% mimic the exact process your team, your reps are doing the manual way.
Well, and through Hubtek's partnership with E2open, you also get access into your analytics, so you can see every quote request that comes through. You can see your win-loss rates, the percentage of quotes that you've responded to, and how each rate engine stacks up against each other.
Mm-hmm. So with these analytics, as Jim was mentioning, you're getting a true insight into your customer demands. So I'm sure right here, a majority of people in this room have no idea how many rate requests they receive a day, how many they're responding to, what's their expected margin that they're quoting for. It's lost. So it's not just how you can refine your quoting process and make better educated decisions in the future. This is also how you can provide analytics back to your shippers. Here's an example of what one of our customers, Simple Logistics, is providing to their entire shipper base. They're giving their shippers insight into how to reduce their freight spend without negatively affecting their margin. They're showing them which locations are increasing their costs by how many dollars each time, or how lead time is affecting costs by lane, location, commodity type, equipment type. So what this does is they don't have to give that vague answer that, if you gave me more lead time, I can get you better rates. Or rates are high because it's tight. That doesn't do anything for the shipper. The beauty behind this is that it's all actual dollars, actual data. So think about this. How many of your competitors can offer this to their shippers? Probably not many. With our tool, Simple Logistics has won $2 million of freight in 5 months. Moeller Trucking has won $365,000 of freight in the first 3 weeks. Or LGI, Logistics Group International. They're holding in a very impressive 32% win rate on real-time rating.
And remember, this is freight that is being awarded before it even gets to the spot market, before you even know that it's available.
That's right. In the past 6 minutes of you watching our demo, 198 rates were requested from shippers. In the past 11 weeks, $31.5 million of freight was awarded. And as Jim said, this is before your teams even knew there was business there. And it is all 100% touchless. I am so confident in our product that we can help our customers capture more market share and combat the softening market. We're offering a 100% free trial so you can try it firsthand with your customers to see the results you get before you spend a single dollar. This is all because of the relationship between E2open and TABi Connect.